whatever.
Yep.
Usually, what the dynamic difficulty adjuster is trying to find someone within, you know, so many points of your rank.
Right.
That's initially what it does. Like, you notice when I was trying to find a queue for you, it's like, you know, in the older days, it would tell you, like, we're trying to find somebody within 20 points of your rank. Can't find nobody. We're trying to find someone within 50 points of your rank. Can't find. No, and it keeps going up and up and up and up and up. Now, what happens is if it can't find somebody within, you know, a reasonable number of your rank, then it does things to add difficulty.
Right.
And by that, it changes your settings to where, let's say, you may throw a pass to a wide open receiver, and your receiver like doesn't even get the ball. The ball is so inaccurate, and you're like, "What the hell?"
Right. You know what?
Like,
I've experienced that.
That's one thing that happens. Another thing that might happen is, let's say your receiver's wide open again. You throw the ball, it hits him in the back of the head. He doesn't do anything.
Yep.
He becomes dumb now. That's basically what they do with the dynamic difficulty adjuster. They dumb your team down. Like even when you try to use it. Like I think the last time I did it, I had an aggressive catch animation inside the numbers. The receiver caught it, took 5 steps. The ball was still in his hand. He had one of those spectacular aggressive catch animations, and he ran out of bounds. They did not give me the complete catch.
Oh man!
I should have saved it. And should have sent that to Clint Oldenburg himself. And I'm like, look, bro, you got to take this DDA out of the game. Like, this is toxic.
Yeah, I know. Hold on, let me adjust my depth chart. For some reason, it got jacked up.
So, you're a Steelers fan?
Actually, no, man. I run the Chiefs. That's my team. But like every time I play with Mahomes, man, he throws like some crazy interceptions, man.
Mahomes a good player. Like, well, the thing with that is, you know, for all those years you had the Chiefs or whatever, they've never really had that grade A quarterback, and now Mahomes is sitting there at 94 overall, and you're not used to it.
Yeah.
That could be the fact. You just got to settle your roots down and just play like he's a bad quarterback, and he'll probably play a lot better than what you think he is.
You know what? Never thought of it like that.
You got to look at the situation like this. I'm always playing with the Raiders. I'm used to having horrible quarterbacks. I've had Jamarcus Russell. I have Luke McCown. You know, I've had shit for days. You know, so I'm used to having bad quarterbacks. So back when Derek Carr got to an 80 overall, you know, in this regime, no, 80 overall isn't good, but that's better than what I've ever had.
Right. No, you're right.
You don't realize, you know, I've been playing with sucky shit so bad for so long that, you know, shit, you just give me a little bit. I take a lot from it.
I got you. I like your logic, man. All right, hold on.
Same thing when they took Khalil Mack away. I didn't let that take me away from the game.
Yeah, that was like, cold though, man. I was surprised.
They took him away. They took Bruce Irvin away. Then they took Amari Cooper away. I like, man, they done took my whole team away. I literally have nobody. I'm surprised I'm still like I have no linebackers either. I've got like 4 linebackers total. Like, what the fuck? They just chopped and screwed my whole team.
Yeah, I was surprised that they did that, man. I was surprised. And then Matt goes in his first game as a Bear. I think that was the game he got the interception, man. He had a pick 6. I was like, man,
See, Reggie McKenzie fucked that shit up the wrong way. He first fuck up is paying Carr $125 million. Dude hasn't even won a playoff game.
Yeah.
That's your first fuck up.
Yeah.
All right. Giving him that guaranteed money off the tap, and that shit being effective as of immediately because it's 2019, you know, into the contract year. The situation is now, we already have an expensive O-line. Now we got an expensive quarterback.
Right.
Cooper's contract's coming up, and now Matt wants to get paid. You do not have enough. Like in any team, you do not have enough money to pay 2 people over $100 million.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if you do, you will suffer elsewhere. Those 2 people cannot take you to the Super Bowl.
That's a true statement. That's a true statement.
They would have been better off paying Mac because Mac is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds times better than Carr.
Bro, as a Chiefs fan, I saluted him as he walked off the field. But I feel you though. You know what I'm saying? That's a true statement. Cause like the fact that he could go to the Bears and instantly change that team. You know what I'm saying?
He fucked the Chiefs up by himself.
Yeah.
He fucked the Broncos up by himself.
Yep. Solo.
Like, he single-handedly beat the Broncos. You remember that when they had Brock Osweiler and everybody was on Brock Osweiler's dick and shit?
And
he was
almost broke him in half.
And then he went in there and he fucked the tackle up.
Yep.
Like he pushed the tackle down with one hand.
I remember that game. He basically pushed that grown man out the way with one hand.
One hand, and then the other hand he yanked the quarterback.
I remember that play. I remember that play.
How do you not pay this guy and then you pay the guy that's scared to throw it 10 yards on 3rd and 10?
Hey, it's like you straight tripping. You should get fired from your damn job if you're making decisions like that.
He did get fired, and then he got fired, and I'm like, man, I didn't like McKenzie. Like the only thing McKenzie did for us was he fixed that bullshit ass cap situation that Al Davis put us in. That is the only thing. After he did that, we should have let him go. Because the minute he stopped trying to bring good free agents in, I knew this shit was going down in the sand.
Go south. Yeah. Man, well, I'm finally glad that the Chiefs fired our defensive coordinator, man. That's like years past due.
I wouldn't even say that's a defensive coordinator issue. The problem is your offense is scoring so fast.
Yeah, I know.
On the field.
I know.
That wasn't his fault. Like that is a team effort. That is your philosophy, and that is your game plan. If you know your offense is going to continue to score points, you need to do something on defense. Like you can't keep sending heat all day. Like you're basically playing 60 minutes on defense. If the offense is scoring in less than a minute, and you're on the field for like 5-6 minutes drives or whatever. Then your offense goes out there, scores in less than a minute. You're not getting no break.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good perspective.
That is not the defensive coordinator's fault. Because I'm not going to take anything away from them. They did play a hell of a game against the Rams.
Yeah.
The problem was there was a bunch of quick scores, but there was some defensive highlights in that game that I guess got overshadowed, overlooked.
Yeah, no. You're right. It was a good game. Hey, my bad for taking so long, man. For some reason,
no, you good. I'm just trying to get a feel for
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Cause like my first run play, I was like, why is Connor on the field?
We got four. Set. Left 30. Corner. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. That throw good for only a couple.
Brown's going to get traded
down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches.
Saying he might go to Raiders, Seahawks, or 49ers.
I think y'all got the money for it.
Yeah, but I don't want to give up a first-round pick for a 31-year-old receiver. Like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Knowing Gruden, he's probably going to do it, and that's not a step in the right direction.
See that?
You got Metcalf out there as a possible pick. It makes no sense. I would not give up those first-round picks.
Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Coney Ely in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. This is Harris. Well, great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Telling myself I'm going to switch things up a little bit. Try to stay out
Carr and the
there for 'em.
Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. Let's overload. Overload.
Interesting.
Go, Chief. Mike 50, Mike. Go, Chief. Go, Chief. Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
4 down. Check. 4. Deuce right. Watch the edge. Raider 2. Watch the shift. Hey. Watch the shift.
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tight right. Odd. 3 down. Odd. White.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
I don't even know what's going on, man.
Set.
3rd down, power.
They started to give the counter. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Right back to him on 1st down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Block 80! You good? He coming across?
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And they hit charted loose. It's incomplete.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Set! White 80!
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's brought in by Washington.
Switched to
And he's taken down inside the 30. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
3 buzz. Big.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Oh, and now he pulls him over.
Le'Veon.
And he's in.
That dude is a beast.
Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
93. 93.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Hmm?
I have to remember you.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Watch.
We got white. You're mine.
From the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he finds Parker here, complete.
That's a tackle.
Nowhere to go.
Oh, my
Gets
goodness.
the football.
Come on, bro. Get up with your big self. You threw the ball to a tackle. If that ain't the craziest thing I've seen in a long time. Hey, I'm glad you recorded that because, like, that's like, hey, I got you, bro. I got you. We got this.
Knocked it free, made a big play.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it, man.
I wasn't even sure who that was. I was like, who is that big dude? Is that like your tight end? Like, man, he's a huge tight end.
Now a toss. This is counter. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped
Oh, I
at
need
the
to
line of
switch this
scrimmage.
Hold on, man. I need to switch this up. The game is doing
Where
its
you
own.
from, man?
I was born in New York, grew up in Trinidad and Tobago. What about yourself?
I'm born in Florida.
Okay. What part of Florida?
Alabama. Escambia County up north, where Emmitt Smith went to school.
Okay. I used to be stationed in Florida, man. I'm in the Air Force. I used to live in Fort Warren Beach.
Even. 4 down. Even. Set. Black 80.
Toss play, Connor.
Ah, good block.
And he's going to take it in for a
Damn, so we're
Steeler
going
touchdown.
Blindside him.
A great
I saw you
play
moving to the
there.
left side of the field, and I'm like, man, I ain't about to throw the ball and get picked
And
off.
the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
I see
I can't
some.
help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
Like
the
an
tailback.
egg underhand.
Yeah, like an egg underhand, really with two hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option type
Love, you
play,
scare me.
and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field
Yeah,
goal.
where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down and the ball flips end over end slowly.
Ooh, what was that? That dude caught him.
Is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right
a
at
little
the 20.
too early.
And now Oakland ready
That's
to
a hell of a
take the
jump,
field.
dude.
Already
You about
down
almost
2
cleared that
touchdowns in the
dude.
first half. This becomes a pretty important
I
drive,
probably
doesn't it?
could. I just did it too
does,
early.
and a lot of the teams.
See, I don't know all
plays,
these
we
tricks
know
of the
that, right?
game,
They
bro.
have a script to start the ball
You know,
game, and typically
mad
those
props
scripts
to
go
y'all
between 12 and
figuring
24,
that kind of
25
stuff out,
plays.
man.
Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think they're going to stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Fights forward for only about
hell
a
of a
yard
run.
up to the 21.
I don't know what just happened.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Single. 82's moving. 82's moving.
Carr to throw on second down. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
He's checking. You got 56 there.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Good
And
run.
he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Carr now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about
I
what
miss
we've seen
Cooper.
in
At
this
least
first
Cooper would
half.
catch
No,
them.
not at all.
Yeah,
and I
Cooper was a
understand
beast,
why
bro.
They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Go. Get set.
They'll run it now out of the
Stop him.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Get set.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mike's 50. Raider 9.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure
Oh, man.
right. And
Uh-oh.
brought
Man,
in
he's
by the
fine.
tight end Cook.
Uh-oh.
Here they come.
Ooh,
He
good
takes it
stuff.
down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
Raider 2.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over him.
Express.
Into the red zone, it's Carr.
Turn
Looks for
around.
Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cody Sensible. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Set. Black 20. 4 down. Show it 8.
Yes, sir.
They'll start the drive with a
Ooh,
carry
I
by
ran right into
Bell.
that one.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Double bump.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And the Raiders have got him.
That was fast, too.
Go here in the first half. We'll come
That was
back
a
to
good
the
one.
second half.
after this.
Wait to the second half. That's when I really start.
You turned the
I
heat
don't
up.
do it too much. Yeah, I don't do it too much. I do it when I need to.
Hey, I ain't
I
mad
don't
at
want
you.
you to. I don't want no one to key in on it.
Well, hey.
So the sack
lot of
and
people
now a
dissect
third
film
and long
and shit.
situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Nah, man, I play for fun, bro.
4 down. Set. Black 20.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And
Come on,
incomplete.
man.
The contact made
Hey,
the
good
ball
stuff, bro.
roam free and brings up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Harris now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Is this? I don't even know what coverage I'm in right now.
Hey. Motion.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Oh, what am I doing?
Hey, here we go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
On the draw, Carr leads to Washington. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
OP.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Washington on 3rd and short. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
You got 56 there. Go. Get set.
On first, here's Washington.
Oh, man.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
I got lucky.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Purdue. Go. Get set.
Throwing on first down is Carr.
Go.
Trying here for Bryant.
They
and
won't
it's
give me the
intercepted.
bullshit.
Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
3 down.
The drive will start with Connor.
Come on, man.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Reggie Nelson, the free safety, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger.
Good stuff.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Set. White 80. Hey. We got the Kings.
Man, y'all better not let me get no safety.
Corner. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. No chance.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he connects with Van McDonald. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm like, what? All right, never mind. 3rd quarter action.
All right,
now.
Austin, we got to get on the board, man. Jeez.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Go Chief.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
Oh, you got
That's
it.
a pretty good recipe for success.
Ah, come on.
Pass the 20.
Hey, good job, man.
All the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
Catch it with.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because
I figured you
don't
try
want
to blitz
jump a route
eventually.
that's
I had to
shorter
catch it.
or underneath as the drag
Yeah,
route
you
is
caught me
too
too. I was
quickly.
like, oh
It's
man, I was
oftentimes
like
you
maybe a
run that
second,
route and then hit
a
over
second
the top
short.
of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route. That's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that.
What was that?
End result. Receiver won in a big way.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Gonna miss.
5
I
yards
know.
catch there brings up 2nd down.
He wasn't even remotely close. Okay, love.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Strong right. But 5-man box. Hey, check. 3 down. 29.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
I knew
And
it
able
too.
to push his way forward here for a good little
knew it.
gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey.
Let's go, Mike. 50. Mike.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
93. Deuce right.
Safety's creeping.
Go, go. Get set, get set.
Motion, motion, motion.
On first
Good
and
stuff,
goal,
bro.
Washington. And he is in.
I see it. I see it.
Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Washington taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this is Cook with a grab.
Oh, wow.
And he is not going to get in here. So the
Bro.
decision
That is so, wow.
I got lucky there, man. I don't know what happened. Like you said, swing and a miss. I was like, what is this? I'll take it, though.
I know you will.
I'll take that all day.
Down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
It wasn't so much as it being stopped, it was just how it was stopped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time
It's
for
the
the
principle. I
Steelers
get you.
offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and
Why these
fire
commentators hating
that
on me?
sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy.
Oh, my
Once you
goodness.
get off
I
the
don't know
gas.
why they keep
They
doing
don't want
that.
to see this lead diminish anymore. And
Oh,
he was
he
able
got
to
off
shed
that?
the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Marcus Gilchrist there to bring him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch tight end. We got 4. We got 4. 55's mine.
Again, it's Connor. And able to stay on his feet past the
Shit,
30
oh.
to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Run. There we go. Hey. We got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Monday. Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey,
Solid, 5 down.
we got 4 down. 4 down. 100.
Flex, what's that?
10.
Here's Roethlisberger.
Now,
And James has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception.
now why
And
do you
nothing
jump
but
like that?
green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Operating from the gun, Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Right. He's tied right here. He's tied on the right.
Carl trying again on 2nd down. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the hit jarred it loose.
Bryant, catch the ball, man. God.
I got lucky.
Every time I throw it to him.
Hey, I got lucky, man. I was like, this dude about to bomb me in the end zone.
Damn, Bryant.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I don't need
White
that.
Monday down.
We got three, fellas. We got
Raider 2.
They'll run it now.
Come on, grab him.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line.
No, damn well that's supposed to be 4th and inches.
Hey, bro. Again, I'm gonna take that. I ain't complaining.
I know you will. Ain't nothing I can do about that. That's the game. But you seen where he was down.
Yeah.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on
don't look
4th
like no
down.
4th
They're
and
going
2.
for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. And he finds Carr. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Monday down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Carr now on 1st down. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult.
And he is in. Touchdown,
man. Good job.
Raiders. Seth Roberts from 13 yards out. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
That man didn't move.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Tight. Watch left.
Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98.
Now Carr again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
4 down.
Set. Black 80.
Mike.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground.
Pick it up, guys.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Oh, right on, mess around. Come on, snap the ball. Oh.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Set! Left 30!
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
That looks familiar. You about to come blitz me, huh?
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Black, what's that?
To throw here, Roethlisberger.
Oh my God.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
3 down, 3 down.
Set! Left 30!
Hey, 25 the mic.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Watch the run, watch the run.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Lay down.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hey, hey, hey.
Set! 180!
3 down. Big Ben going to take it himself.
Wow,
And he'll
you
be
see
brought
that
down
shit?
at the 27-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all
And
they
that's
need.
it.
1st down.
Yeah.
Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up
They
the
need to
few
fix
inches you
that
need for a
forward
first
shit
down.
too,
And
man.
defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They
I
looked
actually took a little
surprised in
break
the
from
middle.
playing
Yeah,
because of
Like
that.
I don't
That
even
can
use
be a
plays like that.
throwaway
'Cause
down
that's
where maybe
cheese
you
at
go
this
play
point, 'cause
action,
of the
fake it, and
forward
try and get something
fall
big.
glitch.
But instead they say, forget
Every
it. Let's just get a
animation
first down and
is
start a new
automatic
set.
3 yards for a forward fall.
All right, my bad, bro. I ain't gonna use it.
Nah,
Time for
it's
a
all
break.
good. I'm just saying
We're
because
back to
I guess the
finish
last
this one
patch messed it
off
up.
after this.
See, yeah, so not the last one, the one
Not
before
totally
that, because they
home
just
free
patched
yet,
it
but
again,
it's
man. It
looking
took
good
like
as
a
they
long
come up
time for it
1st
to
and 10.
install.
Nah, this one was just like for crash issues and shit.
Oh,
Yeah, they didn't do anything for the forward fall stuff.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support,
Yeah,
made a
fast.
big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
Switch. Check. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Rabbit.
What is that?
Now
that was on
contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this
I'll
against?
take that.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Keith me with a good
Sometimes when
time.
you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty.
Strong right. Monday. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Set. 180.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Roethlisberger gonna throw it over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Let's go.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes,
Okay, man.
you're able to hit a receiver in
54 seconds.
stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Tackles.
Eight.
Joker.
Jack 16. Corner.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
What is that?
Now it's Roethlisberger.
Oh!
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead.
All right, good job,
And
bro.
a short return will
I
be
thought
stopped
AB would've
inside
had
the
that.
10 at the 8-yard line.
All I gotta do is
Two-score
push him,
game
man.
here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar,
I don't even
doesn't
play the
it?
ball
It
anymore. I just
does,
play
and
the
you
receiver
wonder
on that
about their
shit. That
strategy
high
because
ball.
with a 2-score
Okay.
lead, you would think maybe
All
just
you gotta
sitting
do is
on it
hit the
trying to drain
receiver
some
and
clock.
knock it down.
It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good
And
cushion
what I
and
had to
keep
do when
pressing
everybody
it.
was
It
using
ended up
Julio
costing them.
Jones.
Mm.
All you gotta do is hit stick that dude.
Deep third.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It got his man complete. And now with 4 seconds left,
There's not
we get a
enough time,
timeout
yeah.
call.
I got enough
There
time.
will
to
always
watch
be a
something
place
for
for
it.
methodically
Make it
marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks,
One possession
and
game.
strike
Hey, resend
like
this
that,
shit.
have explosive
Okay.
plays,
We'll play
that's
your
often
house.
the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Oh, I'm taking the 3, dude. Shit. I gotta be respectful of the player.
Come on now.
And his kick is
Good
absolutely
game, bro.
perfect. And that'll move him back within 6
game.
now. Well, Charles, they were
Definitely had a
close in
rough
the
start.
end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance. But
I'll
couldn't
get you
find
this
a way to
game.